You know how many times I told myself, I'll start when I have better gear, or more free time, or more experience, and every time I put it off again. 1 week became 2, 2 weeks became 6, and at some point I realised I'm not waiting on the world, I'm waiting on myself. I mean, you don't need fancy gear. Yes, I have a GoPro, I have a G7X, I have a drone, you know, I have all these nice things that you can have and that are helpful, and I have a mic like this, but you don't need them. You don't really need them. The bare minimum you need is your phone, right? You can shoot on an iPhone, you can make fancy stuff. I mean, my DSLR shoots in 1080, it doesn't have anything fancy. I've got a 70-200 Sigma lens, but that's about it. You know, I shot all of the bike promo video that's currently on my Instagram. I shot that on that camera and it still looks good. You don't need a full 4K camera. Yes, it looks better. Yes, it's nice, but you don't need that to start. You don't need LUT packs. You don't need cinema glass. You can just start. And if you really want to film in 4K, use your phone. Phones are brilliant these days. You don't need to worry about the sensors or anything like that. You can tweak the settings for cameras now. You're laughing with an iPhone. I mean, obviously, I use a GoPro. It's got an ND filter on it, but it all costs money. And at the end of the day, saving money is going to be your main priority if it's not just available to you. But this was all before I moved out, so I had the money available to me at the time of buying these things. I mean, you can use DaVinci Resolve. That's free. You don't have to pay anything. I would always recommend getting the paid version, but if you don't have 300 quid there, don't worry about it. You literally just need a reason to shoot. Now also, this leads me into point 2. You don't need loads of free time. If you're working full time, you can do this on the side as well as you're working, just to build your business. You don't need to quit your job. You don't need to throw yourself in it straight away. I know it might sound like you do, but you don't. You can always schedule calls with clients after work hours. You can always schedule shoots into the weekends. You can always find a way around it. Now for me, I make these YouTube videos weekly. I spent last night, Thursday night, making the thumbnail for this video you're watching now. I spent tonight, Friday night, it's 8:15. I'm filming that video now. I will spend tomorrow editing while also doing my own thing. I'm going to look at pickups tomorrow, and that's going to be in a future video. But that could be a year, 2 years down the line, purely because I don't know when the whole idea is going to come together. But you will see that. You know, you just make time. You don't need to have all this free time just to be able to make video a business. Do you know what I mean? I also spent Tuesday night working on the website. I spent Wednesday afternoon after work working on an Instagram content strategy. There's so many tools out there that I will do another video on that can help you boost your content strategies, how you're going to make videos. If you want to make YouTube videos, you can do that. If you want to make a video business, you can do that with all of these tools. Everything is available to you and everything is learnable. Now, point 3, it leads me into this, but learn as you go. You don't need to be this big, know-it-all video producer when you start. You know, my first video under the Shacklemore Productions name was a stock footage video that I edited. I got all the footage from Adobe Stock, Motion Array and Shutterstock. Those 3 websites. And all it was my editing. That's it. I didn't have snowboard footage that I could then take from, but I knew that I wanted to make snowboard movies, and I knew about how they looked, and there was only so much you can do with stock footage. Yes, obviously, but you can do something with stock footage. If you want to make motorsports videos, there will be stock footage for it. If you want to make, nature documentaries, there'll be stock footage for it. You know, you've got all these options available to you. And yes, Motion Array costs. Yes, Adobe Stock costs. Yes, Shutterstock costs. But you can do it with these tools. And I'm sure there's YouTube stock footage. I'm sure there's a plethora of things out there. Obviously, your first video is never going to be your best video. I mean, I used to make videos on a channel called Shacklemore. The videos on there, the first ones, they had some flair because I knew how to edit, but they were awful. Do you know what I mean? They were terrible videos. I then learned, I did 24 hours of Shrek, a personal favourite of mine. But you learn as you go. You're not a wizard straight out the gate. You're not going to know exactly what you're doing straight out of the gate. But there's so many tutorials out there, there's so many videos out there that you can find the information out that you need. That's the love of it. That's what keeps me going anyway. I love to learn new things about how you can make things look lovely, and how you can edit things, and how you can make things come across in a visual manner. The biggest thing I learned was sound effects. That's a whole beast on its own, but I will go into that for a video. You know, you're not going to learn by watching, well, depends what you're watching, you know, because I watch YouTube videos and I watch TV and film now, and it's ruined it for me because I know how to edit, I know the behind the scenes of things. But that's just me. I think I've just got too much ADHD there. You know, don't overplan, just do the videos and you'll learn as you're filming and as you're doing. And at the end of the day, you know, not everything you're going to be happy with, but maybe the client's happy. Maybe in the end, people on YouTube are happy. You never know. I mean, I'm not happy because I haven't used this motorbike suit for a year, but that's because of the epilepsy. Now, if you're stuck at the start line, this is your sign. Don't wait for the perfect. Just start with honest. That's what these videos are for, and start with what you've got. I mean, the rest, it just comes with momentum. I mean, I edit for a YouTube channel and now I'm doing this. Like if you've been thinking of starting, comment what has held you back and we'll talk about it in the comments below. And also subscribe for more honest stories, and I will see you next weekend. Goodbye.